From some videos of scary ceiling collapsing, to Alaska Airlines flight making emergency landing after panel blows out mid-air, or 35-vehicle pileup in Kern County, these occurrences emphasize the unforeseeable nature of life and remind us to appreciate what you now have. This video is made for educational purposes and contains significant original text commentary. Now, let's get it on. Last year, during severe flooding in Australia, a devastating incident occurred as a supermarket ceiling collapsed. This alarming event resulted in significant damage to the supermarket, with debris scattered across the premises. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, but the scale of the collapse emphasized the gravity of the flooding situation. Not only supermarket, several ceiling collapses from 2016 to 2023 brought forth harrowing scenes. The chaos began in a Los Angeles restaurant during El Niño, where a ceiling gave way, allowing rainwater to flood in without causing harm. In 2018, a tree crashed through a home. Similarly, in 2023, a family encountered two dining room ceiling collapses after a renovation, attributed to newly installed lighting. All underscore the unpredictability of structural failures. An Alaska Airlines flight en route to Southern California from Portland encountered a harrowing mid-air emergency when a section of the aircraft's wing or side suddenly blew out, resulting in rapid cabin depressurization. Passengers experienced distressing wind sounds as the pilot swiftly initiated an emergency landing, deploying oxygen masks. So, luckily, by expert maneuvering, the pilot descended to a safer altitude of 10,000 feet before swiftly returning to Portland Airport. Amidst the relentless onslaught of floodwaters, some houses become fragile to nature's wrath.
That is insane.
Walls crumbled, roofs sagged, and foundations dissolved into the murky torrents. They're a poignant testament to the overwhelming might of nature, leaving behind an eerie emptiness amidst the watery chaos. A massive cargo ship transporting around 4,000 Hyundai cars capsized off the coast of Georgia. The vessel, called the Golden Ray, encountered trouble shortly after departing from the Port of Brunswick. It listed heavily, leading to its capsizing. The incident prompted a major rescue operation to save the crew on board, with responders working to extract the trapped individuals. Concerns arose regarding the potential environmental impact due to the immense volume of vehicles on board and the risk of oil leakage from the ship. A catastrophic Bronx building collapse on December 2023. The gripping video footage of the collapse unfolds with startling clarity, capturing the abrupt descent of the structure. In the foreground, oblivious pedestrians walk, while one person flees from a car, narrowly escaping the collapsing mass. The scene intensifies as dust billows out, enveloping the area, and panic sets in. Thank God everyone's okay, finally. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to receive our most up-to-date videos. Lac-Mégantic is a town situated in the Eastern Townships region of Quebec, Canada. In July 2013, there was a tragic event where an unattended 74-car freight train carrying crude oil rolled downhill and derailed in the town of Lac-Mégantic, Quebec, Canada. The derailment resulted in a series of explosions and fires, destroying much of the town centre, the destruction of numerous buildings and causing significant environmental damage. A devastating fire engulfed a Silverton pet shelter, claiming the lives of 30 beloved cats and displacing 2 residents. The inferno razed the shelter, rendering it a total loss valued at $700,000. Although the occupants managed to escape unharmed, the shelter, dedicated to feline rescue, suffered irreparable damage. Investigations point to an electrical fire as the cause of this tragic event. In a devastating incident in Greece last March, a catastrophic head-on collision between a freight train and a packed passenger train occurred. The passenger train, carrying predominantly young travelers returning from a holiday weekend, collided violently with the freight train, igniting a fire that engulfed the front carriages. This tragic event marks Greece's deadliest train disaster in over half a century, a somber chapter etched in tragedy. A recent shocking incident near Bakersfield, a 35-vehicle pileup on the southbound lanes of the 5 freeway created chaos and tragedy. The crash involved 17 vehicles and 18 big rigs. Witnesses recounted screeching sounds as vehicles tried to halt, describing a scene of ruptured big rigs and chaotic desperation. The freeway remained closed, marking a day of sorrow and chaos in Kern County. In a catastrophic incident amidst a snow-covered landscape of Twin Peaks in last December, a home at 1100 Bear Spring Road was rocked by a gas explosion. The blast obliterated an entire side wall, exposing a bedroom and its contents to the elements. As firefighters navigated the heavily snow-laden area, concerns arose about potential heating-related issues with natural gas, yet the precise cause remained elusive. The site of the house, fractured and laid bare, stood as a stark testament to the power and unpredictability of such an event in our life. As winter persists in Kelloland, a critical safety alert emerges amongst devastating home explosions linked to snow-covered gas meters. Recent incidents, including a harrowing explosion on Lake Madison captured on nearby surveillance, have raised alarm. The Madison Fire Department disclosed this as the second home explosion in Lake County, emphasizing the danger of snow accumulation on gas meters. While the explosion caused significant debris, thankfully no injuries were reported. Urgent advisories from local authorities to clear snow from gas meters to prevent potential disasters. The community spirit is encouraged. Vigilance and neighborly care stand as crucial shields against the looming threat of snow-triggered explosions. One notable incident occurred in July 2013 when an Asiana Airlines Boeing 777 crash-landed at San Francisco International Airport. Flight 214 from Seoul, South Korea came in too low and slow, resulting in the tail hitting the sea wall at the end of the runway. The impact caused the aircraft to break apart. Investigations revealed pilot error and issues related to automated systems as contributing factors. The event underscored the critical need for enhanced safety measures and continual vigilance in aviation. Severe flooding collapses bridge in Romania, Brașov-Budila, on June 30, 2018. Crane collapses after earthquake strikes Philippines.
Nagkurog po akong kamot.
Crane collapsed onto ship in Indonesia.
Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to receive our most updated videos. In Phelan, a striking scene unfolded on the I-15 freeway as a semi-truck burst into flames, abruptly halting the flow of traffic.
What were you hauling in there?
Thick plumes of smoke billowed into the sky. The raging fire engulfed the truck, sending fiery tongues licking the surrounding air. Other video of a car in Kenner, Louisiana catches on fire, engulfing firefighters that were nearby. Car fire in Springfield, Massachusetts. Last year, a fire ignited in the Al Hamaran market situated in Madeira area, east of Alexandria. The blaze ravaged several market stalls, resulting in extensive charring, yet fortunately no casualties were recorded. The cause to be a consequence of careless discarded cigarette butts. The incident underscores the potential dangers posed by seemingly minor actions and emphasizes the need for heightened vigilance to prevent such incidents in crowded marketplaces. A shipyard in Kaohsiung held a launching ceremony for a new ship in the morning. As a result, the fishery boat had just been launched and began to tilt, even threatening to capsize. Amidst the chaos, rescuer crews rushed to aid the stricken boat. 4 tugboats rallied, working tirelessly to right the vessel and guide it back to shore. Finally, the boat steadied, averting disaster. Miraculously, all crew members emerged unharmed. Pomona, a city, sits approximately 25 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. It's a region rich in agriculture. In a heart-wrenching turn of events, the Victory Outreach Church in Pomona was ravaged by a destructive fire mere hours before much-anticipated 2023 Christmas celebrations. Despite over 100 firefighters' relentless efforts, the blaze raged on, leaving the church in a precarious state of potential total loss. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, but the impact on the church's future endeavors and the community's well-being hangs precariously in the balance. The First Congregational Church of Spencer, located in Spencer, Massachusetts, in an unexpected turn of events, this historic landmark dating back to 1743 was engulfed in flames following a suspected lightning strike. The community faced devastation of relentless blaze that swiftly consumed the iconic steeple and ravaged the structure. The moment when the KTX train careened off the tracks in Korea. 5 years ago, it etched in a chaotic frenzy of motion and disarray. Within 5 minutes of departure, that is, before the speed increased to over 200 kilometers per hour, it failed. As the train tilted, the world outside spun into a dizzying whirl. The abrupt stop left a haunting stillness in its wake in Gangwon-do at that time. The collapse of the 6-story building in Changsha, Hunan, China on April 29th was a harrowing event that shook the community. The structure, a mixed-use building with a restaurant, cinema, and primary resident units, crumbled in a chaotic spectacle. Dust and debris filled the air as emergency sirens pierced the scene, echoing amidst the distressing chaos. The somber sight of the collapsed structure stood as a stark reminder of the fragility of urban infrastructure and the urgency of safety measures in densely populated areas. On July 2021, the destructive fire at Lake Arrowhead wreaked havoc, inflicting an estimated $2 million in damage to numerous boats and docks. A total of 7 boats were reduced to ashes, while 5 others suffered varying degrees of damage. This Friday morning, catastrophe not only leaves a trail of destruction, but also raises questions about incendiary beginnings. These moments captured the precariousness of a man wrestling with a colossal machinery, where one mishap transformed into a heart-stopping spectacle of danger. From toppling into trenches like giants losing their footing to unexpected collapses, these incidents illustrate the unforgiving nature of miscalculations or mechanical mishaps. Such failures serve as stark reminders of the fine line between control and chaos in the world of heavy machinery, demanding meticulous expertise and unyielding vigilance to avert catastrophic consequences. The moment a crane failed, leading to the collapse of a span leading to a bridge section under construction in Shanxi Province, China. Unbelievable. You know, crane failures due to mechanical malfunctions or operator errors pose grave risks. Maintenance negligence or improper assembly can exacerbate the risks. Such failures highlight the need for stringent safety protocols, regular inspections, and skilled operation to mitigate the potential hazards associated with these towering pieces of machinery. Seoul, Korea, a vehicle entered the crossing ignoring the crossing guard's sign. The speeding freight train crashed into the car in an unforgiving moment, causing it to deform. Gao International Airport serves as a key aviation hub in Mali, located in the city of Gao in the eastern part of the country. Eyewitness footage shows the moment a Russian-made Illusion I-176 transport aircraft traveled approximately 380 meters past the end of the runway, before crossing a perimeter road and then proceeding down an embankment and exploded following a landing at the airport on Saturday, September 23, 2023.
Do you know Lulu? It was a cargo ship that tragically sank off the coast of Dubai in April 2013. The vessel, which was transporting goods between Dubai and Iran, encountered rough seas and adverse weather conditions. This led to the ship's distress and subsequent sinking. The incident drew attention to safety concerns in the shipping industry and prompted investigations into the circumstances surrounding this sinking. Join us as we witness the power of preparedness, the importance of caution, and the sheer determination it takes to stay safe on the water. Don't miss this thrilling reminder of the critical role water safety plays in our daily lives.
Yeah.
Everett Marina resides in Everett, Washington, positioned along the eastern shores of Puget Sound. In 2017, a fire broke out at the Everett Marina in Washington, destroying several boats. The blaze engulfed multiple vessels moored at the marina, leading to significant damage, as you can see. A boat taking West Ham fans to their match against Fulham crashed into Hammersmith Bridge. Then the bridge is already close to traffic because of a risk that it might collapse. While the boat did finally free itself, damage to the bridge was estimated about more than $500,000. A video of a boat danced on the edge of peril, battling the relentless power of the formidable waves. The vessel teetered perilously amid the colossal swells, causing it to rock violently. A boat caught fire off Egypt's Red Sea coast. Many tourists were rescued along with crew members. They were brought to Marsa Shagra. The fire was caused by an electrical short circuit on the boat. This event underscores the critical importance of proactive safety measures while at sea. Oh my God, that video of a ship launch going horribly wrong has become an internet sensation in 2013. Another video of a charter yacht caught on fire off Miami Beach in October 2022. A colossal wave unexpectedly surged, towering over the vessel. With overwhelming force, the wave capsized the yacht, swiftly submerging it in a tumultuous cascade. An inferno aboard a vessel off the shores of Holland causes some huge damages. The ship, ferrying nearly 3,000 cars from Germany to Egypt, caught fire approximately 27 kilometers from the Dutch island of Amland in the early hours. Suspicions arise that the fire stemmed from one of the 25 electric vehicles on board. This reflects a recurring concern in maritime transportation and highlights the urgent need for marine safety measures. Fire damages luxury yacht in Fort Lauderdale. Do you think smoking is the cause, as some people guess? Fishing in the Gulf of Alaska can be treacherous due to the region's notorious storms and rough seas, and vessel Linda's Draw is one of them. It was capsized in a huge storm in the Gulf of Alaska. A sad sight, seeing a ship disappearing under the water.
A vehicle parked innocuously along the roadside in Katori City, Chiba, suddenly became the epicenter of chaos as flames erupted from its hood. The initial flicker of flames quickly escalated, licking at the vehicle's exterior. Within moments, billowing plumes of dark smoke began to spiral into the sky. This is one of the typical examples of catastrophes in life that anyone can meet on the road. There is no specific information about the cause of the fire, but the driver is thought to be safe because he has escaped from the car before it burned. Florida International University Bridge was a pedestrian bridge that was under construction to connect the FIU campus to the city of Sweetwater. The bridge was designed to be an innovative structure using accelerated bridge construction. Tragically, the bridge collapsed on March 15, 2018, while it was still in the process of being installed, crushing several vehicles that were passing underneath.
At FIU,
just collapsed out of nowhere. There's cars stuck under there. Workers are hurt. They're helping work.
Investigations into the collapse suggested that a key structural component, a diagonal truss, had experienced significant cracking prior to the incident. The collapse prompted scrutiny and raised questions about the safety and oversight of infrastructure projects. Boston is a major city located in the northeast United States. Boston borders the Atlantic Ocean and has a significant waterfront area, contributes to its unique charm and appeal. Recently, a raging fire tore through a triple-decker residence on Arlington Street in Boston. It engulfed the rear porch decks of 21 Ellington Street. The fire rapidly escalated, prompting a 6-alarm response as it leapt to adjacent buildings, narrowly missing a third home by inches. Despite the heroic efforts of firefighters, heavy damage befell some structures. The incident is a deep warning about fire prevention and prevention in the community, even the most modern and civilized places. The truth is that the fire can happen anywhere. It's not only in business residential areas or abandoned buildings occupied by homeless people, it can also take place in the field where the harvest comes. You are now watching a fire at 2 combine harvesters in Nowy Dworka. Flames leapt from the engines of both harvesters and engulfs the mechanical giants. The combine harvesters, once symbols of productivity and efficiency, now stand transformed into towering torches across the fields. Not only fire on the road, vehicles can be faced with the sinkhole catastrophe. This is a shocking moment when a sinkhole swallowed numerous parked vehicles. A car park collapsed following heavy rainfall in a Chinese city, which broke the local monthly record in just 7 days. Several vehicles were hung at the edge of the sinkhole. The hole was also filled up with rainwater which flowed to nearby residential buildings. Unbelievable. 11 months ago, 2 helicopters collided mid-air near SeaWorld in Broadwater, Australia. The incident occurred around 2 p.m., causing both aircraft to crash land on a sandbank close to SeaWorld Resort. One helicopter was taking off while the other was landing, resulting in the collision. Authorities worked to understand the circumstances surrounding this tragic event. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to receive our most updated videos. A massive fire engulfed a food processing plant located in the back of the yard's neighborhood, resulting in a destructive blaze that rendered the building a complete loss. The intensity of the fire emitted heavy smoke, forming a prominent plume visible across the city, particularly impacting the south side and causing slowdowns on the Dan Ryan Expressway. Some causes, whether it stemmed from a mechanical failure, electrical issue, or other incidents within the building. Navigating snow-laden roads presents a treacherous challenge for drivers, often causing catastrophic moments on the road that are vehicle crashes. Trepidation intensifies as vehicles maneuver through a wintry landscape, battling reduced visibility and slippery surfaces. In these circumstances, cars skid uncontrollably, their tires struggling to gain traction on the icy terrain. While cautionary tales of the perils of winter driving echo through the community, these footages underscore the necessity for vigilance and preparedness when traversing snow-laden roads. A fiery havoc erupted in Chicago near Midway as fireworks ignited in a destructive blaze, causing extensive damage to residential properties. The calamity primarily targeted garages. reducing 2 to ashes out of the 6 caught in the flames overnight. Flames licked at homes, scorching the siding, while the intense heat even melted plastic garbage bins in the nearby alley. Surveillance footage unveiled the startling genesis of the inferno, a seemingly innocuous spark that swiftly transformed into an uncontrollable conflagration. Despite the chaos, a stroke of fortune prevailed as no injuries were reported. Residents, jolted from their sleep, recount a cacophony of fireworks echoing through the neighborhood on the eve of the 4th of July, leading up to the devastating event. Amidst the wreckage, a collective sigh of relief resonates among the affected, grateful that their families emerged unscathed from the engulfing flames. Do you know the closure of the 10 freeway in downtown Los Angeles stemmed from a significant fire that engulfed the pallet yard, prompting a massive response from over 100 fire crews? Approximately 200 feet by 200 feet pallet yard, fully involved in a fire with multiple trailers. The blaze caused extensive smoke, while the number of pallets creating a massive fire load and damage to the freeway, leading to its closure for at least 24 hours. This elaborate fire operation highlighted the intensity of the inferno that overwhelmed the pallet yard at the 14th and 10th freeway in downtown Los Angeles. Thank God, no one was hurt. New Orleans, located in southeastern Louisiana, sits along the Mississippi River near the Gulf of Mexico. The collapse of the Hard Rock Hotel in New Orleans was a significant event in the city's history. During its construction, a section of the upper floor collapsed, causing a cascade of concrete and debris. This tragedy occurred suddenly, catching both workers and the surrounding community by surprise. It remains a tragic chapter in New Orleans' history, prompting a reevaluation of safety measures in the construction sector. The Rockton chemical fire was a significant incident that occurred at the Chemtool plant in Rockland, Illinois in June 2021. The fire erupted at the lubricants and grease manufacturing facility, resulting in a towering blaze that billowed thick plumes of smoke visible for miles. The inferno led to the complete destruction of the Chemtool plant, causing substantial environmental concerns about the release of chemicals and runoff into nearby water sources. A video of the demolition of a high-rise building at a cement factory by a crane. Video of the first floor cooling towers at the Biblis nuclear power station in Germany has been demolished via a controlled collapse on the 2nd of February 2023. A controlled collapse of the 3 cooling towers that supported Paradise Coal Plant in Kentucky. The coal plant served the valley for 59 years and was retired in 2020. Can you see how a tower crumpled like paper?
It's not a rock slide or a landslide. You're watching videos of production quarry shots in Queensland. How amazing. shows the ingenuity and talented calculations of geological engineers. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to receive our most up-to-date videos. Houston, located in southeastern Texas, is a vast city of the U.S. Houston is intersected by several bayous. The Houston Ship Channel connects the city to the Gulf of Mexico, making it a major hub for shipping and commerce. The huge 7-alarm warehouse fire in Houston in 1995 was a devastating event. It occurred at the American President Line's warehouse, a shipping and storage facility near the Houston Ship Channel. The fire broke out on August 30th, 1995 and quickly escalated. It raged for hours, leading to the collapse of the warehouse and causing significant damage. It took more than 200 firefighters from various departments to control the blaze, which was one of the largest in Houston's history at the time. The incident resulted in environmental concerns due to the potential release of hazardous materials stored in the warehouse. Fortunately, there were no reported fatalities. The Hard Rock Hotel collapse in New Orleans in 2019 was a tragic incident during the construction of the hotel. A crane, positioned on the building, became unstable and partially collapsed, leaving it dangling precariously above the street. Due to safety concerns and the risk of further collapse, authorities decided to conduct a controlled implosion of the damaged crane. Ottawa, Canada's capital, rests on the Ottawa River in Ontario's southeastern region. The Rideau Canal, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, winds through the city, adding to Ottawa's charm. In the last 9 months, a devastating explosion rocked the serene suburb of Orleans, just outside Ottawa, decimating several homes under construction in a Minto construction development. It was such a forceful blast, it was felt within a 15-kilometer radius. Finally, investigations pointed to a confirmed gas leak. Michael Yenneff live-streamed an Air Canada flight that came dangerously close to crash landing at Toronto's Pearson Airport on his YouTube channel. Unbelievable. Thank God everyone's okay. A remarkable landing at Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport, Portugal, was captured on tape, showcasing the challenging nature of this renowned airport, known for its tricky landings. This is an incredible landing from the skilled Ryanair pilot navigating the conditions expertly. So great.
Grenada, located in the Meta Department of Columbia. The 2013 explosion at the BEM fireworks factory in Coteau-des-Lacs, Quebec, marked a devastating chapter. On June 20th, a colossal blast tore through the facility, triggering an intense fire that consumed the premises. Investigations suggested the incident occurred during a fireworks transfer, hinting at potential mishandling during the process. This catastrophic event not only raised concerns about firework production safety, but also underscored the imperative need for stringent safety measures. In 2013, during a 4th of July fireworks display in Simi Valley, California, an unexpected incident occurred when a platform holding pyrotechnics collapsed. This resulted in fireworks firing horizontally into the crowd, rather than skyward. The incident prompted safety inquiries and strict regulations regarding pyrotechnic displays to prevent similar mishaps in the future. Fire in downtown Iowa City across the University of Iowa, March 5, 2019. Flames danced and billowed upward, painting an ominous picture against the skyline.
Whoa!
severe winds, departing from King Harbour became challenging for the sailboat, unable to navigate back behind the breakwater. Caught in the tumult, a massive wave propelled the vessel toward the pier, leaving it stranded. Despite the ordeal, all 4 passengers managed to reach the shore unharmed. Bless them. A fishing boat carrying 3 men capsized in Grand Rapids on Wednesday, March 28, 2018. Thank God all 3 men were rescued by fisherman Dustin Leonard, who responded to the scene in his boat later. That was painful to watch this. They try to recover a beach sailboat, but it ends very badly. The beauty of a ship launch captured in video lies in the culmination of meticulous planning and engineering meeting the raw power of nature. The anticipation, the sheer scale of the vessel, the suspense as it glides down the slipway, and the thunderous splash create a mesmerizing spectacle. In December 2019, Mark Antony's opulent yacht, the Andiamo, became engulfed in flames while docked at Miami's Island Gardens Marina. The multi-million-dollar vessel faced substantial damage as the fire raged, drawing attention and concern. Thankfully, no injuries were reported during the incident, yet the blaze caused a considerable amount of destruction to the luxurious yacht. Never forget to prioritize safety protocols and regular maintenance to prevent such incidents.
Sao Paulo, Brazil's vibrant culture and financial hub, is a sprawling metropolis renowned for its diverse population. Like many large cities, it faces challenges with homelessness. Sao Paulo has a significant homeless population, estimated to be in the thousands. The devastating fire and subsequent building collapse in Sao Paulo, Brazil occurred on May 1, 2018. The incident took place at the Wilton Paes de Almeida building, a high-rise abandoned structure in the city center. The building was formerly a headquarters for the federal police, but had been occupied by a homeless population. A massive fire broke out, quickly engulfing the upper floors of the building. The fire spread rapidly and overwhelmed the firefighters' efforts, leading to the complete destruction of the 26-story building. The collapse sent debris and rubble cascading onto nearby streets, affecting surrounding buildings and causing further damage. Crimea is a peninsula located in the Black Sea, connected to the southern part of Ukraine. It has a varied coastline that spans around 1,000 miles. Last year, a huge storm in the Black Sea has wrecked Russian defenses in Crimea and devastated Sochi, an important port city on Russia's western coast. Footage shows huge waves washing ashore, damaging buildings and inundating promenades along the seafront. Winds gusted up to 80 miles per hour with waves up to 30 feet. Trenches, coastal barriers were washed away on the western coast of Crimea, close to Sevastopol. Meanwhile, in Sochi, Russia's largest resort city, similar scenes played out. In the heart of Bronzeville, a 3-story building collapsed, triggering a large-scale cleanup following what officials termed as a catastrophic failure.
There you go. There it is.
Residents, from newcomers to long-standing locals, expressed astonishment at the sudden downfall. Thank God no one was hurt. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button to receive our most updated videos. Guizhou Province, located in southwestern China, the province is an abundance in rivers in mild winters and cool summers. The province is also known for its rich cultural heritage. In the heart of China's Guizhou Province, a terrifying inferno tore through many historical buildings, casting a haunting glow across the night sky on a fateful Monday. The flames consumed the structure with relentless intensity and billowing plumes of smoke. The crackling of burning timber echoed through the streets as witnesses gasped in horror as the devastation unfolded before their eyes. Chinese media reported a devastating incident where a colossal Buddha statue succumbed to the flames as a revered Shandong Great Buddha Temple in northwest China. Video footage circulated on social platforms captured the statue engulfed in fire during hours. Despite the efforts to douse the flames, the aftermath revealed partial preservation of the statue while witnessing several destructions of various temple edifices. The heart-wrenching event left behind remnants of one grand structure, evoking a profound sense of loss within the temple premises. Changsha, the capital city of Hunan Province in central China, known for its rich history dating back over 3,000 years, last September, in the bustling urban landscape of Changsha, central China, a towering skyscraper became a blazing spectacle, shrouding the city in a daunting veil of smoke and flames. The conflagration originated within the confines of a 42-story structure that accommodated the offices of China Telecom, sparked panic and concern. While initial reports indicated no reported casualties, the intensity of the blaze illuminated the persistent risks faced in the country. The incident served as yet another stark reminder of the urgent need for stringent enforcement of safety standards and regulations in China's urban infrastructure. In a chilling incident that left many aghast on social media, a multi-story building collapsed in India. Vang is one of the half-dozen of sinking localities in Aswal, Mizoram's capital, at an elevation of 130 meters. A Baptist church and 65 houses, including the 10 on Sunday, have been vacated in this locality since the spring of 2016 after the rain drained earth under it sank. This is shocking video of multi-story building collapses in Shimla. Cozumel Port, nestled on the island of Cozumel off Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, is a vibrant hub for cruise ships and maritime activities. 4 years ago, among stormy conditions, a startling incident unfolded at the Cozumel port involving 2 Carnival cruise ships. The scene was unsettling as the moving Carnival Glory made contact with the docked Legends ship, resulting in damage to the Glory's Platinum restaurant windows. In fact, high winds and strong currents are probable factors in the collision. Finally, the ship was deemed seaworthy after inspection, allowing the Carnival Glory to continue its scheduled voyage. This event stands as a testament to the continuous vigilance and expertise required in the world of maritime travel. Join the conversation with us, share your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button to receive our most updated videos. Encino, situated in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles, California, lined with lush greenery and tree-lined streets. Recently, a massive fire broke out at a 3-story home under construction in Encino. Flames ferociously devoured the pinnacle of the colossal 28,000-square-foot structure, billowing thick plumes of smoke into the sky. Witnesses, in stunned disbelief, watched as the promising edifice transformed into a roaring pyre, the radiant heat felt even from a distance. No injuries to workers or firefighters were reported, and no evacuations of the neighborhood were being ordered. These towering structures of crane, crucial for heavy lifting and construction tasks, their collapse is a harrowing event often witnessed in construction and industrial settings.
Вижу.
Collapsed cranes epitomize the devastating consequences of structural failures in high-risk work environments. It emphasizes warranting a stringent safety measure and through inspections to prevent such catastrophes. Heavy rainfall in Peru caused the structure to fall into flooded rivers. Off of Australia's east coast, a cargo ship suffered the loss of 83 containers, potentially carrying various goods. Concern lingers regarding the proper securing of these containers. These unsecured containers, submerged and challenging to detect, pose significant risks to maritime traffic. Inclement weather hindered revival efforts, with the ship remaining offshore until the conditions improve for damage assessment.
The implosion of the Wellington Hotel in Albany, New York, was a meticulously planned event marking the end of an iconic structure. On October 27, 2000, spectators gathered to witness the controlled demolition of this historic 18-story hotel, an event designed to clear the way for urban redevelopment in the city. Architects strategically placed explosives throughout the building to ensure a controlled collapse. The building's exterior seemingly folded inward, followed by a cascade of debris as the structure crumbled to the ground in a cloud of dust and rubble. The demolition represented both an end and a new beginning for Albany's urban landscape, paving the way for future development in the area. Some other hotel demolitions in the world. What do you think about these demolitions? The Kingdome was a multi-purpose stadium located in Seattle, Washington. It had been a prominent landmark in Seattle since its opening in 1976 and hosted various events. However, concerns about its structural integrity, particularly in the wake of an incident in 1994 when some ceiling tiles fell, led to discussions about its future. Finally, on March 26, 2000, the Kingdome was imploded in a controlled demolition. The implosion was a carefully planned event to bring down the massive structure, creating unlimited dust clouds that rose into the Seattle skyline. The demolition marked the end of an era for the Kingdome and paved the way for the modernization of Seattle's sports facilities, eventually leading to the construction of the state-of-the-art CenturyLink field today. This footage reveals the high-stakes scenarios and the dramatic consequences of misjudging height restrictions, resulting in collisions that range from mild impacts to catastrophic incidents.
Back, probably.
Each crash underscores the importance of precise navigation, showing the immense power and size discrepancies between these towering ships and the unyielding structures above them. They emphasize the critical need for thorough planning and adherence to safety protocols in maritime transportation. The demolition of the Saskatoon-Traffic Bridge South span, dating back to the early 20th century, was a notable event in Saskatchewan's history. Unlike some demolitions that use explosives, the deconstruction of the Traffic Bridge South span involved a strategic dismantling process to ensure minimal disruption to the surrounding area and to salvage reusable materials. It represented a balance between preserving history and embracing modernity in urban development. In the quiet of Kumamoto, Japan, a house was engulfed in flames at midnight. The sudden inferno pierced the serene night. Some battled the blaze with hoses while others called for help. Sirens wailed in the distance, heralding the arrival of firefighters. Their swift response contained the fire, but the charred remnants told a tale of huge destruction from fire. Driving through challenging turns demands a blend of skill and technique, using smooth steering and avoid sudden maneuvers to maintain control.
Thank you for staying with us throughout this incredible journey. We'd love to hear which moment resonated with you the most. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. See you in the next video.